Hello, fabulous people. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Florence. I'm an integrative nutrition health coach, and I encourage people to eat clean, live a healthy lifestyle, and have a regular workout routine. So thank you for coming back, and if you have not subscribed, please consider doing so. Hit that notification so you are notified whenever I upload a new video. So today we are going to be talking about we're going to be talking about colonoscopy cleanse, or rather colonoscopy preparation. So where do I start? So I've had the procedure before. Of when was it? It's gonna be 10 years, and it's usually recommended that from 40 years you have a routine colonoscopy every 10 years or so. So I had my first one in how old was I? 55. So it's going to be 10 years. Oops, 20. It's going to be 10 years this on my birthday, this August. So through 2 years ago, I went to see my doctor for an annual physical, just a regular annual physical, and she was really impressed with the results, and everything was fine and dandy, and she said, "You are doing very well, especially for your age, and keep up with the good work. Whatever you're doing, just keep doing it." So, of course, we talked about mammograms, we talked about pap smears, we talked about colonoscopies, and that is when I found out that after 65, it's not a requirement that you get the regular 10-year colonoscopies. I didn't know that. I thought you just get it, you go on, with the colonoscopies for as long as you live. But apparently after 65 is not really a requirement. So I was happy with the results, and I thought, okay, fine, I'm good, no more colonoscopies, and I'm fairly healthy, and I thought, well, okay, fine, that's good. So about a month ago, I got at home at home colon cancer screening kit, where you give a sample, and you seal it up and put it in the mail, and it goes to the lab. So I didn't think much about it. In fact, it took me almost like 2 weeks before I actually did took the sample. And my doctor's office kept on calling me. So I was like, why are they calling me? So anyway, finally I decided, okay, I will go ahead and do the test and send it out. And so I did. And then about a week later, I got a call again from my doctor's office. And I thought, oh my God, these people are really persistent. So they called me and they told me that the results came back positive. So I was like, what does positive mean? What does that mean? So they said, oh, well, we found some blood in the stool, and we want to refer you to a specialist for further screening. So let me go back a little bit. In 2020, during COVID, I resigned from my full-time job, where I had PTO, of course, paid time off. I had medical coverage, And when I resigned, I no longer had that. I got a job with an agency, and I don't have PTO, and I don't have medical coverage anymore through my job. So I was like, so even when I go to see the doctor right now, I have to pay the full amount. So I was like, okay, so what does that mean? Do I have to pay out of pocket, or how does that work? So, and I told them, okay, I don't have insurance, so how does that work? So they were like, okay, we're going to give you a referral. There's a grant through UT, University of Texas, that will cover the screening, or the referral for the doctor. So I said, okay, so if it covers, because I'm going for a consultation with this doctor, is it going to cover for the colonoscopy? And they said yes. But that is why we've been calling you, because after 60 days we have to redo the test again. So I was like, okay, just give me the contact of this doctor who is going to do the further screening, and I will schedule an appointment. So I did, and I went to the doctor, and there wasn't very much that he did. All he asked me is a few questions. Of course, I had to fill out a lot of paperwork. And he told me, okay, you go to the front desk, and they will give you information on where to go, and when, give you a date on when you're going to get the colonoscopy done. So I did, and I came home and thought nothing about it. So after a couple of days, the hospital calls me, and they sent me like a 12-page paperwork where I had to fill in a lot of information, and they started scaring me, because they were asking me, do you have advance directive? Do you have a living will? So I'm like, oh my God, I've done this procedure before. So why is it, why all these kind of rush, and kind of asking all these questions? So they told me they're just covering their basics. And of course, with doctors, they always, especially when a test, like a home test, comes back positive, they want to cover their bases. They don't want to be sued. They want to follow up and make sure they've done their part. So I did that. I filled out all the forms, and they asked me to make sure that I have somebody with me after the procedure, that I have somebody with me for 24 hours. I have somebody to drive me to and from the hospital. And I'm like, I've done this procedure before. And I actually drove myself, and I was okay. I got to the hospital. I got back after the procedure, and I went home, and the next day I went to work. Said, oh, we're just trying to cover our bases. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. So anyway, so I have the procedure scheduled for this coming Tuesday. I am kind of ready for it, and I'm preparing myself. 3 days before the procedure, you're supposed to be on a low fiber diet, and if possible, liquid diet. And then a day before, because my procedure is on Tuesday, on Monday from 3 p.m., I now start the actual preparation of clearing my colon, which entails Ducalex and Merilax And I take that from 3 p.m. on Monday until I have to make sure that I have finished drinking the solution by midnight, because I'm not supposed to have anything by mouth, by anything to eat after midnight. So, and then they also ask me for if I'm taking any prescription medication, and if I am, to stop taking those at least now 3-4 days before the procedure. And I've been taking some melatonin and some gummies to help me sleep, because I have issues with my sleep. So they said, oh, even that you're supposed to stop. And I'm like, oh boy. So I stopped taking my sleeping pills yesterday, Thursday. Today's Saturday, so I stopped taking them on Thursday night. And oh boy, I had forgotten that my sleep pattern is completely off. So I work days and I work nights, so off and on, some days and some nights. Sometimes I work both days and nights, so my sleep cycle is completely off, and I have not been able to sleep since Thursday. Well, I sleep off and on, but I sleep like 3-4 hours, so I'm really exhausted, and I am, and because of all that the doctor's office had talked about and all the paperwork that I had to fill, I am having FOMO. You know what that is? I just don't want to miss out on anything. I'm not ready to go yet. So I had a friend 2019 who went for just a regular procedure, and in and out, but for some reason a week or so later she passed away. So you start thinking about your mortality, and I'm like, okay, life is just beginning. I'm not ready to go. I'm planning to retire in about 2 years. So life is just starting, and I'm not ready to go yet. But I'm like, so I told my sons, I told them about it, and my son was asking me, so Mom, you don't have a DNR? I said, no, I don't, but I want to be resuscitated. I mean, I don't want to go for just a regular procedure and then die. I don't want to die yet. I'm not ready. I want to see my grandkids grow and graduate and go for prom and maybe even get married and get children. And life is just getting exciting. So I'm not ready to go yet. So anyway, the moral of the story is, pick up your doctor's calls, or return them as soon as possible. Doctors do not make social calls. So make sure you pick up your doctor's phone calls, and make sure you follow their instructions. And, most of the time, these at-home tests, come back positive and negative all the time. So they're just covering their bases, and they just don't want to be sued. So just follow the instructions, and all should be well. So anyway, so I will keep you all posted after the procedure on Tuesday. So stay tuned. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I will let you know next week how the procedure went. So to your health and happiness, stay safe, stay healthy. COVID is still with us. The numbers are going up again, so do what you have to do. Take care of yourself. Mask up if you have to. Stay out of big gatherings if you have to, if you can avoid. I know it's a beautiful weather. It's summer, and people are tired of being indoors, and they are ready to go out and mingle with their friends and families. But please be careful. Take care of yourselves. And until next week, when I update you on the procedure, stay safe, stay healthy, and to your health and oops, brain fog. I haven't slept for a while. To your health and happiness. So have a wonderful, wonderful Mother's weekend, and celebrate yourselves, mothers. You deserve this. You deserve it. It's our time, it's our day. So let's celebrate ourselves, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.